In our Legal on 4 segment, avoiding mortgage modification scams. We're in a mortgage crisis. Federal funds to help you avoid foreclosure, but there are scams out there too. Legal contributor Craig Wisnam joining us now with the warning signs, what you need to look for. They're posing as financial advisors and what debt relief consultants, things like that.
Yeah, and of course, like a lot of dishonest people, they have a grain of truth to what they do. There are federal programs out there that you can access to help you to see if you can refinance a mortgage, or if some of the federally sponsored mortgage creditors, mortgage counselors are available to you. And you can find out about those legitimate ones from like HUD.gov, www.hud.gov.
But when they seek you out?
When they seek you out, first of all, that's probably a scam. And second of all, when they ask you for money, that's your next warning sign.
Because the legitimate ones don't do that.
Exactly. Some of the things that come up is you'll get contacted by someone, and they may target you as someone being at risk, or maybe they're just randomly approaching people and hoping to get a response. But they involve things like someone saying, look, I'm a mortgage counselor, a mortgage credit counselor, and if you pay me a fee up front, I can lower your amounts. Now, the federally backed ones aren't going to ask you for fees, and generally they're free if you qualify.
And what about asking for your mortgage payment?
Exactly, that's a huge one. No, you're never going to be making payments to anybody but your lender, even if you're able to refinance or take advantage of some of these programs. So when someone tells you to write the check to them and they'll take care of the mortgage, huge warning sign.
Right, and don't give them, as always, don't give them social security numbers and things like that. I mean, that's Pandora's box.
Exactly. Some of the other things that come up is people will say, look, for a fee, I will review all your mortgage documents and see if the lender didn't do them properly, and maybe you can get out of your loan or reduce your payments that way. Another one that comes up is them saying that they're a lawyer. Always something that makes you suspicious, and there's a class action lawsuit, and if you pay money, you can get in that.
But that's not how that works.
No, class action lawsuits are you're automatically in and you have to opt out.
Again, the thread here is that they're always asking you for some amount of money.
Exactly, and if they're asking you for money, no matter how legitimate they sound, whether they mention one of the federal mortgage programs like HAMP, which is real. They may, they sprinkle in a little truth, but if they ask you to pay them up front a counseling fee, or if they ask you to start paying your mortgage payments, you need to walk away. And the government has a hotline where if you get approached by one of these people, you can contact them so they can be aware of it.
You should contact them.
Absolutely.
This is how we learn about these
things.
This
is how these people can get exactly how people can get caught and how they can get stopped.
Do people actually ask you to sign over your title?
That's one of the scams out there, and it's a little rarer because it's a little more easier to trace, but it still happens, and people will sign over the house, and you never want to be doing that. The number to call if you believe you've been targeted by a scam is 888-999-995-HOPE.
Or, like you said, HUD.gov.
Exactly. That's where you can go for legitimate information, or talk to your lender directly. If someone contacts you and tells you about something, check with the bank and the lender about what's going on.
And how are they finding us? How do they, you say they might just be guessing.
They might be guessing. They might be, researching people based on the value of their mortgage and the value of their current home. There may be some warning signs that have gone up, or, programs you looked into. Who knows?
Yeah.
But all they need to do is get someone that's willing to write them a check, and that's all they need, unfortunately.
If it sounds too good to be true,
absolutely. Call the authorities.
Use your instinct, definitely. Craig, thanks so much as always.
Thank you.
All right, also on the